Welcome everybody, back here again. Tracy Di Bartolo, Thermomix consultant, coming from McLaren Vale in South Australia. A couple of days ago I made some garlic paste, which you'll find if you go back through the videos on my live or on my YouTube channel if you find me that way. And I also made some ginger paste. So these two ingredients plus some of my homemade tomato paste are the three vital ingredients to making tandoori paste. What I love about this is that I can make the garlic and the ginger in advance, pop them into little containers, label them, hopefully you can see that, label and also how much is in it. So when I then do have to come and make some of the tandoori paste, I can just grab these out of the freezer, which is what I did last night, pop them in the fridge overnight. And I also got my tomato paste that I had made in advance months and months ago, got out enough so that I would have all of these ingredients, and the rest is dry spices and some sugar. Now the tandoori paste, you can find that recipe on Cookie Do. It's in the Flavors of India collection. So if you have Cookie Do, then just go and type in tandoori paste and you'll have it there. But my hint would be, make your ginger paste, make your garlic paste and your tomato paste. Make those first and have them on hand. Otherwise, of course, you can buy ginger and garlic paste and tomato paste from the supermarket, and maybe the first time you might just do that. But honestly, once you've made it with all homemade ingredients, you will be amazed at the difference. So if you like curries, then this is right up your alley. All right, let us start cooking. It's very, very simple. I have cheated a little bit and put the ingredients in a little bowl here. So this is the first lot of dry ingredients, which is, I'll read them out for you. So there's a tablespoon of coriander seeds, 1.5 tablespoons of cumin seeds, 6 cardamom pods, and they're the black ones. I'll show you the packet in a minute. 10 whole cloves. That's it for the dry ingredients. So basically on the screen, I'm just going to whip through that because that's exactly what it's told us to put in. In it all goes. And I'll show you the packets because some of these things you might think, oh, I don't have that in my pantry. So these are cardamom pods of the black variety. So the most common one that you'll get is the green. But this you can find very easily. If you're down south in South Australia where I am, there's actually a lovely little Indian shop and that's where I get this from. It's just a delicatessen in the suburbs, who knew? So look around, you'll find them popping up everywhere and you can get some amazing things. So the cardamom pods, the whole cumin and the whole coriander seeds, I buy them in bulk and then just use these jars to put them in so that when I need them. And those jars are just reused Mackenzie's. They're plastic actually, so yeah, I just reuse them. The whole cloves, so if you've never seen a whole clove before, this is what it looks like. If you can see that in my screen. So that's a whole clove. Put 10 of those in and that's it for those ingredients. Next lot of ingredients is going to be the Cashmere chili powder, which I will talk about again in a moment, and some ground turmeric, which is easy to get from the supermarket, ground cinnamon, again easy to get, tablespoon of salt, and then, so I'll put all of that in. Now talking about the Cashmere, I buy that from a specialty shop at Pasadena here in South Australia, but I'm sure you can get it from lots of good specialty shops, or you could even get it online. But if you can't find it anywhere, don't despair, because I found a bit of a cheat way of doing it. You can replace your Cashmere chili with half quantities of just the sweet Hungarian paprika and the other half make up with just chili powder. Okay, so those two things are very easy to get your hands on. Combine them, put them in a jar, and there's your Cashmere substitute. So an easy hack for you. And the other thing that it wants next is just your brown sugar. So that's that, normal brown sugar. Okay, here we go. The tomato paste, 120 grams, in that goes. Done. Next will be, it's a little bit over, but that's okay, doesn't matter so much. Now we're going to have our garlic paste, it says 120 grams. This recipe actually has C tips and it will tell you that you can make your own if you want. So go back and watch that on my videos and or my YouTube, whichever you prefer. And then the next thing it asks for is the ginger paste. Okay. And I'm going to reuse these containers and actually portion my tandoori paste back into them. I am going to be doing a couple of recipes for a lovely customer, and it's her that I'm making this tandoori paste for. So if you happen to watch, you'll see me making it. Last thing that we need is some olive oil, and of course I think it's important to always use good quality olive oil. We're very lucky in South Australia. There is plenty to choose from. So find something local. Just got to watch what I'm doing so I don't over. All right. That's about 183 for those of you that can see the screen. And you know what? That would be fine. Just short of the 200. Everything, you just stick everything in the machine. Next, and then for 20 seconds on speed 9, so it might be a little bit loud, okay? Done, 20 seconds. So honestly, if you have all these ingredients lined up like I did, and you're not blabbering like I am, in it all goes. 20 seconds later, you now have homemade tandoori paste. I like this recipe because you can halve it as well. So if you want to try some, but you don't think you're going to, because it makes quite a lot, if you don't think you're going to use it anytime soon, then by all means halve it, no problem at all. I always make the full amount, and the reason that I make the full amount is because I'm going to portion it off into little containers, label it, pop it in the freezer, and then every time I need, if I'm doing a demonstration for somebody and we do some beautiful curries and some lovely masala bread rolls, which is very unusual, then I've got it on hand. It's easy. All right, I'm just going to slide using my slider board, which is a new approved Thermomix item. So I just lift it up here and move it out of the way like that. No more having to worry about lifting it, moving it, putting it back down again. You just lift it and slide it backwards and forwards. I love it. Have a look on the mix shop for that. Okay, so we've got this beautiful, my lighting for this is never really that good, so I have to apologise, but in there is all this beautiful tandoori paste. Let's put some into a bowl so you can see it. Look at that. Okay. This is just so that you guys can see it properly. There is your tandoori paste. All right, portioning. I think this is really, really critical. If we do curries every night and I'm going to use it a lot, then by all means, sterilise some little jars. Make sure they are well and truly properly sterilised, and then pour your tandoori paste into there. Put a layer of oil on top. It tells you all of this in the Cookie Do recipe. Seal it tightly, pop it in the fridge, labelled with the date and what it is, okay? As far as how long can it stay in the fridge, it doesn't actually say. 3 to 4 weeks in the fridge, or up to 3 months in the freezer. There you go. So that again is all in the Cookie Do recipe. But I'm going to portion it off. So these little containers, if you can find them, find them. They're fantastic. They're from the cheap shops. You get about 20 in a pack for $2, and they've got these little lids. Otherwise, these are the more robust Decor brand. So either of them will do the trick depending what you can find. And the other thing that I like is this is called a jam funnel. So you can get this from the mix shop. It's like $10. Honestly, best thing ever, so that you're not spilling stuff all over the place. So I will show you how. I'm only going to do one because, you know, it's not interesting watching me. So, all right, what I'll do is I will just pour this in here using the jam funnel. So you can see that I don't have to be too careful. I still managed to make a mess, but you know, that's me. All right, can you see that? Yes, and then I pop it into the next one. So there you go, nice and clean. And then I use my Thermomix, obviously, to weigh these out afterwards. I know roughly how much each of these hold, so you can just sort of pop it in there. And then once I put the bowl back on, I'll just quickly weigh them out, know how much is in there. Have a look at your recipes like the masala bread rolls and the creamy coconut chicken, the curry one. Those both use the tandoori, and I think it's about 80 grams to 90 grams, thereabouts. Anything up to 100 grams, honestly, would be fine. And then you've got them ready to go. So that is about everything from me today. Just quickly, if you've watched and you've enjoyed, give me a like so that I know that you've been here. And same on my YouTube channel, if you want to just do a quick little thank you or whatever. It's always nice to know if people are watching me. And I'm also very happy for suggestions. I like to show people things that maybe they haven't thought of doing. And so the last few ones I've done with the pastes, etc., then you might not think to do that. You might just automatically be buying them and not even thinking about making them in your Thermomix. There's so much that we can do. So keep watching all of my stuff, because that's what I tend to concentrate on to show you guys. All right, see you, bye. Have a great one, and I hope to see you again one day. Bye now.